shared. Probably one of the key revenue sources, particularly a company like Air Miles, is selling the data, in other words, the purchase transaction information to companies. And that's really where Air Miles makes their money. So if you have a company like Shell that participates in the Air Miles program, what Air Miles does is they go back to Shell and say, well, you know, we can sell you all the data, in other words, who purchased your products, when they purchased it, the type of purchases that they made, when it was made, the consumers, and who those consumers are that buy gas but don't buy oil. And the companies can then use this information to, first of all, sort of analyze their business, but also identify opportunities. If they find that one type of customer purchases gas and a car wash at the same time, so they might go to other customers who are similar but don't purchase a car wash and ask them or send them a coupon to purchase a car wash. So the selling of customer data is also another source of revenue. It's not always just the selling of products, but there's a lot of other sources that happen online. Now, some company websites are considered corporate in that they really just build information, they build goodwill. They're not designed to sell products specifically. And the example I have up here is McDonald's. If you look at it, they talk about promotions that they have, some of the sponsorships and causes that they support, and sort of what a good corporate citizen McDonald's is, but they're not trying to sell you a hamburger online. For that, you have to go to their outlets. Now, compare that to this screenshot from Toyota, which is an example of a marketing website, where here they're actually trying to move you through to a purchase. This screenshot shows you can select a vehicle, customize it, select the various options, and then in fact be able to sort of purchase the product online, or be able to go to a dealer and have them give you a quote on it. But it's geared towards furthering you towards a transaction, as opposed to just general information about cars. So websites are either corporate or considered marketing, where there's involved in when they're trying to push you to a transaction. Now, some other terms that are involved in internet marketing. One is online advertising, where advertising appears. There's usually a sort of a cost associated with that. You know, people pay to have their ads put on, and it was quite prevalent and thought to be a great revenue source, although it's not really been generating the amount of money that companies had hoped. Companies often get paid by the click-through rate. So in other words, every time someone clicks on an ad or a banner, they get a certain amount of money. And it's not quite been the revenue source, and you'll find that even the amount of advertising online has tended to go down a little bit. Now, viral marketing is when someone sends an email to a friend telling them about this great website or this great offer. It's sort of the electronic equivalent of word of mouth. And it's become a real key term, that if marketers can do something on their website that will generate viral emails, and that's such a terrible term because viruses tend to have a negative connotation that, you know, your computer's being destroyed by a virus. But what it does mean that the event is being replicated in a way that people are sending emails to their friends and telling them about it. So in terms of the internet, they look at viral marketing as a positive thing. It's generating an infectious positive word of mouth, but it could also be negative in that if something is going wrong, you can tell a lot of people very easily about your product. The popularity of web communities where people can get together and talk about products online, and certainly blogs or weblogs where people write about various topics, and so there are people that have a lot of credibility and expertise in writing about, say, for example, cars. And so you might have a new car come out and it may be reviewed in a blog, and a lot of people would instantly know whether that's a